Okay guys, so last night I put up a YouTube short about Sonic Time Twisted being on Xbox. Yes, you heard that right, a Sonic fan game is now playable on Xbox, which I know is crazy, but it's true. And since then, it has gotten enormous attention. But there's also been a lot of confusion surrounding the situation, so I wanted to make a follow-up video to clear some things up. First of all, for those of you that were skeptical about Sonic Time Twisted being on Xbox, it is actually a thing. In fact, this video is full of evidence showing you that I'm playing Sonic Time Twisted on my Xbox Series S. You can even see the Xbox home menu over Time Twisted. That alone should be a dead giveaway. So what happened is, one of my Discord community members brought it to my attention that Sonic Time Twisted was now on Xbox. At first I couldn't really find it, and then I got lucky enough to find a clip of the game by going to friends and community updates, which in turn led me to a page about a club that had been made for the game. From there I could then go to its store page and download it. And there we have it. I am now playing Sonic Time Twisted on my Xbox Series S. And this is such a huge break for me because I previously could not play this on my PC. Like, it's so crap that Sonic Time Twisted wouldn't even boot up on it, so I couldn't play it at all. And apparently runs on some kind of engine that isn't compatible with my machine. So, bummer. But now it's on Xbox, that situation is all but resolved, and I have no complaints at all. In case you guys are wondering how well the game performs on Xbox, it seems to make the grade in that respect. Frame rate is steady, controls are smooth. Basically, you should expect a fun experience playing this game, as long as you keep an eye out for two quirks that can happen, which make it painfully clear that this is an imperfect port. The first thing is, whenever you press the options button, the game goes slightly dark. When you press it again, it goes away. This can annoy you while trying to pause and unpause the game, but as long as you keep this in mind, you can easily work around this. As a rule of thumb, when you pause the game and go to unpause it, don't press the A button to unpause. Just use the options button again, and the darkening effect will go away. The other thing to watch for is, if you finish Viridian Valley Act 2 when the game is set to the future, since it comes with a time travel mechanic akin to Sonic CD, the game will crash for some reason, but if you finish that stage in the past instead, it will run as normal. Why it does this? I've no idea at all, but like I said, this could be an imperfect port. Alternatively, you can get around this little issue by using the stage select code at the title screen. Press left left, right, up, and down. You should hear a ring sound if you did it correctly. If so, you'll hold A, then press start, and you get the stage select menu just like that. Apart from both of those abnormal occurrences, the game should run perfectly fine whenever you're playing it. Now, as much as I would like to help you guys get this game like I was doing for the first half of today, unfortunately, there's one little issue with that. The game has officially been removed from the Xbox store, so you can no longer get it by going to the club page where I initially found it. If you already downloaded it before it was removed, then you officially own it, so you're in the clear. You can download and re-download it as often as you please. But for those that didn't get to download it before its removal, you're unfortunately out of luck. As to why it was removed, well, apparently it wasn't supposed to be on there, but then I have to wonder how it ever got past Microsoft's systems that verify games in the first place. Here's where things get confusing. When I first found out that Sonic Time Twisted was on Xbox, I contacted the Overbound Twitter account, as they are the developers for the game, and they since stated that they had no involvement in the situation whatsoever. They never planned for the game to be ported to Xbox in the first place. So, this was something that another fan of the game took entirely into their own hands. Somebody might need to get the Chaos Detective Agency involved. Now, another question you guys probably have is, who the heck managed to get a fan game onto Xbox? Well, that appears to be the work of a Twitter user named Gamer13, who earlier posted that Sonic Time Twisted was removed from the Xbox store. However, they then followed up with another post saying that one of the developers joined a Discord server to explain the situation, and that same account has gotten permission to distribute version 1.1.2 on retail mode when it releases. It will also come with a ton of bug fixes. So I think we can assume from this post that Sonic Time Twisted will make a return at some point. So if you weren't lucky enough to download it the first time, you might get a second shot at it. However, from looking back at Gamer13's Twitter post, I think what happened is that they met with Overbound to discuss the situation once everyone started talking about it, and apparently they reached an agreement of some sorts, because now Gamer13 has permission to distribute the next version whenever it becomes available. This is reassuring to see, because after having played the game for myself, finally, I'm really late to the party. I love how the game looks, I love how it plays, and it's even better that it's a spiritual sequel to Sonic CD, which was my favorite classic Sonic title before Mania came along. And I can't wait to see the next update whenever it becomes available. When the game does become available on Xbox again, I don't think you're going to be able to search it up in the Xbox store, as I tried that beforehand and got no results that way. I had to get lucky and find a clip of the game, and that was how I got it in the first place. So, when it becomes available again, what you're going to need to do is get a friend you know to send you a clip of the game. It will then take you to its page where you can download it. If you have nobody on your friend list that can send you a clip of the game, I can help. All you gotta do is friend me on Xbox, my account is GamerBlake90, #953, and when you do, I can send you a clip of the game that you can then use to download Time Twisted, and you'll be good to go. Assuming we have to go the same approach again when it does come back to Xbox. I don't know if that will be the case, but whatever the situation may be, I will make it a point to keep you guys up to date. But yeah, Sonic Time Twisted on Xbox. This is undoubtedly going to open the door for more fan games finding their way to consoles not named the Nintendo Switch. And I, for one, am excited about this. Though I can also understand anyone who might be concerned by the potential legal barriers that fan developers could run into. But the way I see it, Sega was fine with their existence as long as they remain non-profit. Should it stay that way for console fan games, then I can't see anybody taking an issue with it. But then, the rules might change when you're bringing things over to consoles. To what extent though? I don't know, so I would not rely on my input to try to understand situations like this. At the end of the day, all I can do is give you my thoughts based on what I have seen. So yeah, this video is being put out there to show you the Sonic Time Twisted is indeed a thing on the Xbox, for those of you that might have been confused and started thinking that it was all a prank. And I can promise you, it's not a prank. I don't build my channel on the basis of deception. For those of you that were lucky enough to download the game before it was promptly removed from Xbox, I hope you enjoy it. For those of you that weren't quite as lucky, hang tight, you'll get a second shot at it. Eventually. And now that I have the game for myself, you're probably asking, will I do a review series for it, or a let's play, or a combination of the two? The answer is, as long as I can get my capture card to actually cooperate instead of freezing on me every 5 minutes, I'll definitely be happy to show this game off. It'll give me the chance to make up for a promise I couldn't keep last year where I told you all that it would showcase the game, until I found out that I couldn't run it on my PC at all. Now that I can run it on Xbox, my luck should be much better, but again that depends on whether or not my capture card cooperates. So, bear with me. And that is it for my update video about Sonic Time Twisted on the Xbox. If you enjoyed this video, drop your likes and comments down below, and if you have any more questions about what happened, leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. If you did enjoy this video, I hope you'll consider subscribing and ringing that bell to stay up to date on the rest of my Sonic content, as I'm primarily a Sonic content creator and I put up a lot of videos about Sonic. As of right now, I almost have 300 videos up. Man! We're gonna get to 400 before we know it. So anyway, I'll see you all next time. Take care, and don't forget, blue blurs for life. See y'all later.